Hey buddy, it's Crazy Good Time 4 and welcome back to some more Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. In the last one, we went through Classic Mode, running through as Dr. Mario, one of the first three, I guess, like major clones in the game. This time around, though, we're going to be heading through Classic Mode as the next of the major clones, and also a newcomer into Smash 4, Dark Pits. So yes, obviously a clone of Pit, as you could probably guess, but we're here. So first things first, Dark Pit is an unlockable character in both versions of this game, different in 3DS, but in Wii U, in order to unlock Dark Pit, you had to either play 40 versus matches or complete All-Star Mode on normal, and then Dark Pit must then be defeated on Palutena's Temple. But going into the palette swaps, we got the standard Dark Pit outfit right here with the cool looking staff pose. We've got a bit of a green tint to the outfit. Got a bit of a darker one with some like red around, some bluer hair. We've got a more of like a yellowish, like a darker yellow outfit. We got a full-on red outfit, like a blood Dark Pit. We got a blue outfit here, a lighter Dark Pit outfit, which is kind of like similar to Pit, I guess. We also got a more of like a purplish kind of outfit here as well, which is really cool. But yeah, let's go in. Standard Dark Pit, you already know the drill. I actually really like, I think Dark Pit's another character, I will say, that I heavily do enjoy all of his costumes. I do like them a lot. They actually look really cool, especially some of like the more vibrant ones. Like the red one looks nice, I like the blue one a lot, the purple one is really cool. You know what, just because we're playing Dark Pit, let's go ahead and start with Skyworlds. Probably a stupid idea, but we're doing it. Demon Fox, I wanted the trophy. Replace like Zelda or... Oh, sorry, Palutena. Replace like Palutena or Link would even have anything on them. Okay, fine, Fox. I guess Falcon just like got shafted out of there. My apologies, Falcon. Not my fault, but still my apologies. Alright, so yeah, let's get into this. So obviously Dark Pit, like I mentioned, is a newcomer in this game. Coming in from the Kid Icarus Uprising game specifically, in the Kid Icarus series. Great game, by the way, if you haven't played it yet. Oh my gosh, you absolutely should. It's on 3DS, so it might be a little bit more difficult to play in this day and age, if you don't have a 3DS and you know, want to get one. Oh my gosh, Magnus! Out of all characters, why? Oh gosh, why? That's not the character I want to go up against right now. He's scary, and on Skyworld too. Like, this is terrible mix-up. Okay, you know what? Link is down. Okay, we're good. I didn't have to deal with Magnus too much. That scared me a little bit. But yeah, Dark Pit is a very, very heavy clone of Pit. It's kind of like Dr. Mario to Mario, but definitely a lot more of a clone in this case. But we'll get more into it. We don't have really good options here, so... I want to go for Cloud, the trophy, but I want to have a better... I think Mario Galaxy might be a safer stage to play on. So getting into Dark Pit, he's obviously, you know, like I mentioned, he's got heavy clone status. Dark Pit is nearly identical to Pit, sharing the same mobility, frame data, and most standard attacks. Only 5 moves differ though. The neutral infinite finisher, the forward tilt, the silver bow, which is a neutral B, the electroshock arm, the side B, and of course the final smash. Those are the only moves that are different between the two of them, which is crazy to think about. Damn, I'm like getting kind of combo right now. I think the electroshock arm's gonna be like, so now I gotta really like try and prioritize here, because that's really, really good. Oh my gosh, chill. Oh, Kirby really tried that. I mean, I kind of respect it, but I also don't. Oh, brother. Oh, brother, there we go. Okay, I went and I got a kill, but I'm like, actually like in a scary position right now. I know, damn Kirby, that was a cheap kill. Very, very cheap. I feel like the electroshock arm is my best bet for killing. So, I mean, side smash can do some good stuff, but like it's also doesn't have the best. How the heck? That's what I'm saying. That's, oh my gosh. Hold up. Let me get the heck out of there real quick. Try and live. Okay, Bayonet is gone. Oh, hold up. That didn't hit. In what world? Oh, brother. Damn, they are like, okay, there we go, there's Luigi. There's Luigi at least. No way. Yeah, Kirby. Okay, Kirby's down. So was Nez. That was scary. That was really scary. Continuing on, Dark Pit is considered a quote-unquote true clone, functioning more like a custom variant of Pit. Why they didn't just make him his, you know, like a custom again, a custom variant, like a palette swap or something. I don't know. Or I guess they could have made Dark Pit a lot more different. I mean, like, he has his staff. That could have been something that could have used. I don't know. Continuing on, though, they do have some standard attack differences, as mentioned before. The neutral infinite finisher has a smaller hitbox, making it easier to escape, which makes it just worse than Pit's. The forward tilt has weaker knockback, doesn't KO easily, but can lock floored opponents and also set up combos. So at least that has something going for it. Come on, man. You couldn't have, like, given that to me. Okay. I'm being comboed right now to oblivion. What are we gonna do here? Brother, I'm trying to live, but I just can't. Hold up, just... Oh my gosh, the sheriff is crazy. I'm trying to be careful. Cloud, please leave. Okay, thank you. There we go. Finally, that was insane. I couldn't do anything there for a good, like, moment. There we go. Oh, that would have been insane if that worked. Hold up. I know DK's trying to go for that punch, and I don't want him to, like, release it, because it's gonna be scary if he does. Oh, what the heck? That killed? I'm not complaining. There we go. There we go. Oh, no. Diddy Kong, leave. That kills. I'm actually very surprised that actually killed. Diddy Kong, where are you going? What the heck is this guy doing? Can you, like, please? Thank you. Some of these CPUs, I swear, they have, like, some real weird, like, mental capacity to them. Some of them, like, actually want to be insanely good. Some of them are just insanely cheap and just weird. Continuing on, though, special move differences between the two. The Silver Bow versus, of course, Pit's Palutena's bow. The Dark Pit arrows fly more straighter and also have little control over trajectory. They deal slightly higher damage and knockback, but do lack utility for edge guarding and sniping. And it's also inferior for pestering. It's more better for direct damage. So, like, again, kind of depending on, like, what you're trying to aim for between the two characters. As for the electroshock arm versus the upper dash arm, the electroshock arm is by far stronger. It's electric based. It's safer on shield, and it also KOs early at stage edges, about, like, around 80% damage. The upper dash arm is weaker, but it does have vertical knockback for juggling and stage-wide KOs. Also, how the heck is Link already dead? I've gotten, like, no damage done on either of these two, and he's already gone. How the heck is that possible? Okay, Lucina, get the frick out of here. Why am I fighting Lucina and Marth, by the way? Lucina, you're gonna get your time next episodes. Don't... What do I even do here? There we go. That kind of worked. Not really, but I did what I could. Oh my gosh, and I just realized we're playing on this garbage stage too. So, like, I'm not getting really anything good here. There we go. Get that. Oh, this guy sucks. Oh, I tried to dodge it, but Marth was actually smart. Surprisingly enough, the CPUs actually were smart for once. Okay, I gotta be careful here. I gotta lock the heck in. I went for a forward smash. I don't know what you're talking about. Land safely. Oh my gosh! This tree! What am I supposed to do here, by the way? Hold up, I need to get this. Uh-oh. Oh! Let's go! The dodge was insane. We live those. Lucina, oh my gosh, who gave her a gun? What am I supposed to do here? Genuine question. I'm, like, in such a tough position right now. My teammate died, like, insanely early into the match. Thank you. Marth's gone. What the heck? Oh, she has that custom special. Lucina, stop comboing me like crazy. Hold up. Oh my gosh, Lucina, chill the frick out. Please die. Oh, thank goodness. The goat. I don't know what that enemy's name is, but absolutely amazing. Continuing on, what is it? Electroshock armor is also better for surprise KOs and edge guarding. Upper dash is just better for juggling utility. As for custom moves, though, the guiding bow, one of his custom moves for his neutral beam, it has less control but gives him slightly more damage. Give me like, I don't know, who do I even want to fight? Yeah. The Electro Cut Arm for the side B is a stronger KO tool, but it hurts recovery due to ending lag and also backward movement. The Breezy Flight for the up B is harder to gimp at the start, and it has a weaker long distance recovery, so a bit of a trade-off there. The Amplifying Orbitars are stronger reflectors than the neutral ones, than the regular ones, but have no push boxes and also have less durability. So some decent ones to kind of think about. Some kind should be really useful there. But yeah, so I don't really think much about the custom moves for Dark Pit, but I know some of them obviously could be decent. Again, more so like just looking at like what you're trying to aim for, what works better for like your playstyle, I guess. Where am I? Oh, there I am. There I am. I hate that these guys always shield at the right freaking time. Don't kill. Uh-oh. Get it, please, Cloud. Oh, thank goodness. My teammate actually did stuff this match. For once in my life, they actually wanted to do something. They wanted to help me out. But finally, to end things off with Dark Pit, so overall, he is a quote-unquote flawed clone, as he has a less effective projectile play, but stronger direct punishing and KO potential via the Electroshock Arm. Both Pit and Dark Pit are solid all-arounders with edge guarding / recovery strengths, and so basically just choosing between them depends on whether the player prefers utility, so like, you know, basically going for Pit, or more KO power, and that's where Dark Pit would come in play. So yeah, they do have some differences that do matter, and it's like, yeah, you do want to like pick between the one that you want to utilize more, their main tool, but like, yeah, it's still like, again, that flawed clone concept where it's like, I don't know, I guess that's probably just has to do with like referencing how he is in the actual like Kid Icarus game, where he is kind of like a quote-unquote flawed clone, but a bit more of like, I don't know in what way they're kind of talking about flawed clone. In this sense, it might be more of like, he's a clone, but like more of a direct clone. You know, it feels more of the same character than more of like a clone character like Lucina to Marth or Dr. Mario to Mario. So yeah, I don't know how else to explain it, but that's what makes sense to me. But there you have it, that's Dark Pit. Nothing really too crazy about him. When it comes to the difference between the two of them, between Pit and Dark Pit, I do like using both of them. I do. What kind of makes me choose between like which one I want to use, it's kind of just dependent on the game, honestly. I think for Smash 4, or maybe it's Smash Ultimate. I think for Smash 4, I typically tend to prefer Dark Pit more, but for Ultimate, I tend to prefer Pit a lot more. I don't know why that is, but it's kind of always been the case for me. It's very strange, but that's just kind of like, again, come on, get out of there, thank you. No, I'm not going in there again. Get the heck out of here. Watch this. Oh, come the frick on. No way. Oh, my shield. I don't even know how I lived that, but we take those. We take those, okay. Already starting off the friggin' Master Hand match. Struggling like crazy. Okay, no, we gotta lock in for the Master Core. Lock the heck in. I don't got anything more to talk about for the character. It's just all about playing. Hopefully I can do something well. One problem I do have with Pit and Dark Pit is that even though, yeah, like Dark Pit, for example, does have more KO power, both of them do still struggle to get like really high damage, and also just like general KOs on opponents. So I'm really hoping I can do something with Dark Pit. I think the Electroshock Arm is going to be my best option. The Silver Bow is going to be useful to an extent, but I don't know how much exactly. I think Smash Tech's just going to be like the way to go. The only thing I can really utilize properly to my full advantage. And I think I'm going to try and utilize the shields as well, because those are going to be really good to have. To just like try and mitigate some damage. Like that, look at that. He doesn't have a counter, which does suck, but like the Guardian Orbitars really help. Silver Bow kill, okay, sure, we take those. We take those. The power of flight though, I mean like just the fact that he has multiple jumps also is gonna be helpful, so I can like get back on stage from like really scary positions. Let's be careful here. Not even gonna deal with that. Give me the small boys, there we go. There we go, now we can reflect these suckers. Bye-bye. Uh-oh. Oh, I maybe I maybe could have actually like shielded those with the orbitars. It's hard to say, but it might have been possible. No way. Oh, how? What? In what world does that hit? Excuse me, get out of here, Master Edge, stupid. There's no way I was shooting and that orb still hit me. Okay. Okay, let's go Shadow Dark Pits. This is gonna be an easy match, I think. I feel confident in my ability to play as the character, to play as both pits. It's just that against like stuff like classic mode, against CPUs, I can play them well against like human players, but against like CPUs, I don't know why the heck I struggle so much. Again, classic mode is just like unfair. you see the load of bullcrap that always presents itself whenever I play these modes. It's crazy. It's crazy. Somehow I still made it through. I had like way too many close calls this time around, this episodes, where like I almost lost a freaking match. I almost lost the entire run through because of some garbage that the game wanted to pull out on me. Okay, let's try this one. That's not really gonna kill, so I guess side smash. There we go. Not bad. There we have it. Dark Pit Classic mode all done. I think both him and Pit, honestly, I had a lot of trouble completing their run-throughs with, which is kind of strange to think about, but also kind of fitting. At least like I had trouble with both of them instead of just the one. But there we have it. That's the thing. Very abysmal total score, but what can you do? Okay, let's see these credits going. I think we're gonna be doing pretty well on this one. The neutral air is a great tool for this. I think a really solid tool. Maybe the up air a little bit? Yeah, up air can actually reach some good heights. Can take a lot. Yeah, I mean, Dark Pit and Pit have some really good utility for the credits, I feel. I feel like they're probably one of the best, maybe not one of the best, but like they are really great for taking care of the credits, I feel. They're gonna be really good for this. But I mean, that's Dark Pits. He's a fun character. I do like the Pits a lot. I really do. I don't play them as much as I used to. I remember back when Smash Ultimate first came out, I was actually really wanting to get good as both Pit and Dark Pit. I, for some reason, actually wanted them to like be like some of my mains, which is actually really weird to think about, especially like if you know me. I mean, you know, if you know me, then you know I like the characters, but you just wouldn't expect me to really main the characters, right? Just wouldn't really fit with my playstyle and the characters that I already like to pick and play as. But yeah, I wanted to play as them for some time. I kind of dropped them at a point. Didn't really feel like, you know, they were gonna fit well as like my main characters, but they are still characters I do like to come back to from time to time and just like play for the fun of it. I think in particular though, I really want to learn Pit, specifically in Brawl. Brawl Pit is like a whole different breed. He's a whole different beast, and I really want to try and get good with him back in Brawl. I really do. I think he would be a really fun one to play a lot in that game. Especially with just like how broken and janky some of Pit's stuff can be. The side B that you can just like spam, the Palutena's bow, the arrows that you can like control a lot crazier, and I think they stay out for longer in Brawl. The recovery was like insane back then. He had a lot of really good stuff to him, and I want to like kind of work on that, but yeah, anyways, really cool background image for Dark Pit. Let's check out the taunts real quick. So we got the up taunt, got the side taunt, and the down taunt. Damn, really cool working with Dark Pit's edgier style. Hey, Floor Hats. That's actually good. One of like my favorite ending credits, I guess, pictures with him and Pit just like versing each other. That looked really freaking cool. I like that one a lot. Anyways, let's go on to training mode real quick and go more into depth. about, you know, the special moves and whatnot. We kind of already get how the special moves are gonna work just based off Pits. We already had Pits episodes, but I'll just like go over them real briefly. Specifically though, the Final Smash, which is actually very, very different. Instead of the 3 sacred treasures, we have the Dark Pit Staff. Damn. He's like, it's time, and then shoots out a very similar projectile to like a charge shot like Zelda and Sheik's light arrow. And yeah, it's a really good killing option. Can actually kill pretty early, as you saw. There's about like 1% on the actual startup and then 39% for the beam. Really good knockback there. So like, yeah. Also, the closer that the opponent is to Dark Pits, when the Final Smash activates, the stronger the impact will be. So that's also really like, something to keep in mind. But going on to special moves real quick though, we have of course Neutral Special, which is a silver bow, just like Pits can, you know, it's a bow that can be charged up and shoots forward, can shoot upwards, cannot shoot downwards sadly, but just like forward and back, and then of course upwards, and can be rotated quite a lot. Compared to Pits though, as we mentioned before, Silver Bow has a lot more KO power, or just a lot more power to it, but cannot be moved around a lot, like as much as Pits can. Can be angled a bit, but it does have, it is weak. It definitely is weak in its versatility, I will say. Then the side B is of course the Electroshock arm, just like Pit's upper dash arm, but just stronger, launched at a different angle, and that's kind of like about it. Pit's is more vertical when it comes to like sending the opponents. This one is a bit more horizontal, can actually KO opponents a bit better, also just has a general stronger KO power to it, and yeah, it also is just like overall just, I think, safer on shield from what I mentioned earlier. Then we have the up B, which is of course the power of flight, which is again very, very similar to Pits. Can be angled in different directions. Obviously, you're gonna get more versatility out of it by angling it vertically, but can be really, really angled like horizontally, really anywhere that you want to angle it, as long as you like input the angle as soon as you input the stuff. Yeah, so there's a maximum duration of like 2.42 seconds. Power Flight also lasts much longer than the majority of other recovery moves. It also grants intangibility on frames 9 to 19 when used on the ground, and frames 15 to 19 when used in the air. So just in case you're curious about that. And finally, the down B, the Guardian Orbitar, is basically just a shield that Dark Pit sends out, you know, in front of him and obviously behind him, just like on the sides of him, just exactly like Pit's, no difference whatsoever. He can also reflect projectiles, does about 1.5 times the damage of the reflected projectile, and also just acts as a general shield to protect Dark Pit from incoming attacks, but will break after some time, and that's kind of like about it, after a total of at least 50% while active, after which we require about 10 seconds for them to regenerate after they do break. And that's kind of about it. They do push the opponent back a little bit, but that's, you know, nothing really too special about that. And yeah, you know, that's about it. There's nothing really crazier to talk about there. So that's the moveset. That's Dark Pit for y'all. Pretty cool character, again, really, really similar to Pit. One of the clone characters that like just doesn't really have much of too much of a difference between like the clone and the original fighter. So kind of a shame. They could have done a bit more, but it is what it is. Anyways, you know, here's Dark Pit. Pit's mysterious black-clad doppelganger, Dark Pit. Some call him Pit 2, but he really doesn't like it. When he first appears, he immediately goes after both Pit and the Underworld army. In Smash Bros, he uses moves a lot like Pit's, though both his bow and Final Smash are different. And the only game we have is Kid Icarus Uprising for the Nintendo 3DS. Yeah, and that's all we have so far, I'm pretty sure. I think after this, it's like really just Smash Brothers that he's in, which is kind of a shame. Kind of wish they would make more Kid Icarus games, but what can you do? But that is all for today's episode of Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, sorry. Thank you all so much for watching. In the next one, I'm going to be heading through Classic Mode as the other of the 3 characters, the 3 clone characters, that of course being Lucina. So we'll see how this one goes. But anyway, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Social media, including the Twitch and all the other channels, are of course down in the description. And I will see you guys in the next one. Pop-Tarts out.